Have you crafted with the Dollar Tree faux leather? So you guys, I have a cool idea with it, but I want to show you first what we're going to put it on. So I've got this candy container and I was like, oh, let's just repurpose that. So I just used my heat gun just to pull all of that off. It came off great. Then I'm crumpling up some tissue paper because I want to make lots of texture on this. So I've got a little Mod Podge mixed with some water, just a little bit of water, and I'm just going to start putting it on. I want all the creases and all the bends and all the things in it. So I just start wrapping it all around this container. And then what I like to do is, because you know how sometimes once it dries, like especially when you're doing it with lots of texture and stuff, like a little piece will come up. Oh, it drives me crazy. So I always do a final layer over the top of it. That way you don't have that problem. And it lends again to lots of texture because I crumpled that up as well. So we'll get that all done, let it dry up, and of course I had to use my hairdryer to make it go a little faster because y'all know I'm impatient. I'm a total impatient crafter. But now we're going to put a coat of chalk paint on it. And then, you guys, you know I love using the Waverly antiquing wax. Well, I have an idea, so I'm going to show that to you too. But this is the white faux leather from Dollar Tree. So I'm using one of their rub-ons, and I just did that, and I just kind of pull it up just a little bit at a time just to make sure that I did it the way it needed to be. But obviously this white is just too stark for what we're going to do. So let's go back to the container, and I added some, like I said, the Waverly antiquing wax with a little bit of water in a spray bottle. Rather than painting it on, I sprayed it on and then I just kind of wiped it off. We let that dry up. Now, back to the leather. So I'm going to put some holes in it. I'm using my little crocodile here, and we are going to do that because we're also going to kind of like sew in the edges. I say so lightly. I just air quoted. I know y'all can't see that. But what we're going to do is once we get that all in there and I just kind of loop it through all the holes, I'm doing like a black twine that I have, and I thought that would look cool with it. But what I'm going to do to age this whole thing is we're going to use that antiquing wax again that I put in that little spray bottle, and do that same thing that we did the container. We'll spray it on and then we'll just kind of wipe it in. That way it will really age that. It's white, which I love, but it needs to match the container a little bit more. So once I get this all woven in there, you guys, I'm gonna actually use a Sharpie and go around the edges. Because you know how like on a piece of leather, it's like got that, like edge that's, darker. So we're going to just make that look that way with the Sharpie here. So once that's all done and dry, I did give that a minute to dry, the Sharpie. Here's where I go with that spray bottle again of the antiquing wax and water. And I just sprayed it on there, and then I'm just kind of wiping it in just to give this leather that aged look because the white was just way too white. So here's how it turned out. Oh, I love this. So fun. All right, friends, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to follow the page for more.